Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Julie and I'm here today to disagree, point of contention with something I hear often when I say I want to retire at age 56. I hear it in person, but I also see this theme like in the comments on early retirees videos, and that is that, why would you retire so young and stop contributing to society? Like, you're a useful member of society right now, you have your purpose, and what are you going to do? You're just going to retire and, not be useful to the world anymore. And that is definitely something that one could make a choice with, is just to stay home and not contribute to the world. But I don't think that's what most retirees have in mind. And I know that retirees do contribute to the world and their community so much. So I'm going to talk about a few ways that they do that. And the last way that retirees make the world a better place, you might not have considered, but I do think it's really important. So either watch through the end or be sure to click through the chapters and get to the end so you don't miss that one. So first, to define retirement, and everyone has different definitions. So just so you know, what I'm talking about by retiring is that I'm a mother of three who are all grown, and I have a husband. We're both educators. He's a middle school teacher, and I operate a small one-room Montessori toddler community. And so retiring for me means that I would close the school and take back that part of my house, because it's built off the side of my house, and that would become part of our home. And then I would decide what I'm going to do next to fulfill my life and to contribute to society. So that's my definition of retirement. So here are the ways that retirees are very useful to society. And the first is to volunteer. I know I had an acquaintance at my place of worship, and he retired quite young at 55. And I asked him, what you do now that you're retired, and he said, I'm a professional volunteer. And sure enough, he was always there volunteering at anything that needed to be done at our place of worship, but also out in the community. Like, he just, got up and volunteered. And organizations that need volunteers draw really heavily from retirees, because a lot of families now have, both parents working, and, then when they're done working, they, have their children to take care of. And so a lot of times the volunteering that people of that age group are doing are tied to their children, volunteering for their booster clubs or with their soccer or sport activities. And so there's not a lot of time left over or energy left over to volunteer in other capacities. So, there's so many organizations that are just chronically short on volunteer staff. So that's one way I plan on contributing to society, and a lot of retirees are contributing to society, and frankly, organizations depend on them helping out in that way. A second way is just to work a part-time job. It's hard. I, as an employer, have a full-time and part-time employee, and it's really hard to find part-time employees. People who are looking for work are oftentimes wanting a significant amount of hours, which makes sense because, they're paying their bills and everything based on that paycheck. And retirees are often in the position where they have so much to contribute, and they're dependable, they show up on time, they do their job, they take initiative. That's been my experience as an employer. And they just need a little money, for fun money or whatever, or they just want to go out and know they're going to be a great employee and be appreciated and have that little extra income and have that little bit of, interacting with others during the day, but not all day long. So think retirees make great part-time employers, and by volunteering, does feel more altruistic. Being a good employee is so valuable and so hard to find. So being a great part-time employee is a second way retirees contribute to the world. A third way is, I mentioned families earlier. If a retiree has family in the area that they get along with and enjoy being with, it's so helpful to know that there's a person with a bit of a flexible schedule, that if you have a little bit of an emergency, whether it's babysitting or needing someone picked up from school, having those family members be available to help are just so invaluable. And there's, like I said, there's not as many people that are not employed these days that are available to just come help. So I know my parents helped, getting my children on the school bus for 1 year, or they would be able to attend little activities at schools with my children that my husband and I couldn't, because it's part of the bummer of being a teacher is you miss out a lot on your own children's activities. But my dad and my mom could go because they were retired, and they really sincerely enjoyed doing that, and we didn't abuse that. But it might not even just be your family. It could be, your neighbors. My parents, when they were retired, watched their neighbor's child just for 15 minutes every morning so he could get on the bus safely, and the neighbors knew that their child was in good hand. So there's all those little informal ways that we can help people once we retire that we can't when we're working 9-to-5 jobs, and it's so appreciated. We're in this phase in society, at least especially in the United States, where we don't have those big, families all around or living together so much to help each other like we used to. But it is really great to have all the generations, involved with each other and helping each other. And now that my children are older, they're helping my parents out, picking up prescriptions, that sort of thing, as well as visiting them. So that's a third great way that retirees contribute to society. Another way that retirees contribute to society is that they have more time to be creative. Now, that might be creative in the kitchen, getting to try out all those recipes or baking that they used to do, and then you can, share that perfect loaf of bread with a neighbor or a friend. Or it might be making some artwork, and you might make artwork that you share either for free or maybe even sell it, but you're improving the world with that wonderful artwork that you're making. Or it could be making jewelry, or growing more plants from seed than you had time to do. So we can just be productive within our own hobbies and just the things we enjoy, and we can share that beauty that we've created with the world. Another gift I hope to offer the world, and I'm trying to practice it, all the time, but even more so now that I think about retiring. I don't think this is just me. Let me know if you notice this in the comments, but when I go out, grocery shopping or whatever, running errands, I just notice that people of a certain age are more friendly. They're more likely to make eye contact and smile at you in the aisle. It could just be the generation, I don't know. But I also just think once we're not so busy and rushed to get everything done because we're working, 50 hours a week, you just have more time to relax and be present and notice the people around you and, give them that smile. Not to say young people don't ever, but I think giving yourself the gift of relaxation and a slower pace of life just kind of lowers your stress level. And when your stress level is lower, you have more time and joy to be, friendly in all the different places that you go, whether it's just chatting with your neighbor at the mailbox or over the fence, or the people that you see out in public. So, and I know that not all the older people I'm seeing are retired, but a good portion of them. And I don't know, I just enjoy that interaction I have even casually with older people in the society that are, friendly. And I hope to be one of those people, have more time to just be friendly and chat a little bit when I'm not so hurried all the time. Another way retirees contribute to the world is that they have more time to get together with the people they love. And so this is different than what I talked about, just, helping the people that you know and love. But this is just being present with them, going out for coffee, going out for dinner, going out for a walk, just getting together to sit and chat. It's hard to get together with friends when there's so much to do. I know I always try to squeeze in a lot over Christmas break or spring break. So when my whole life is Christmas or spring break, I'll have more opportunity to just hang out with the people that I love and care about. And because they love and care about me, that's also enjoyable for them. And when you bring joy to other people, you make the world a better place. And that's another way retirees contribute to society and help make the world better. Now, the final one I think people need some reminding of, and that is that you've spent a lot of time, dedicating your life to your job or your career. And if you had children or a spouse, you're juggling all of that together as well. And sometimes retirement can be a new opportunity to take care of yourself better, whether that's prioritizing your health, physically, or just your mental health, slowing down your pace. Maybe you'll even have time for therapy that you never managed to squeeze in but knew you needed while you're working. And just time to do the things you love when you're retired. And when you take care of yourself, remember, you are part of the world. So when you take care of yourself and make yourself better, then you make the world better, because you are also a part of the world. And making the world better doesn't mean always looking outward all the time about how you can make that world out there better. I'm a part of the world. When I drink my water, when I go to sleep on time, the world is better because I am part of the world. And so that's a way we contribute more to society when we retire, because we have more time to care for ourselves. And I hope that if you're retired or thinking about retiring, you're looking ahead and thinking how you're going to make taking care of yourself a priority. Though, of course, I do recommend that you start that now. All right, so there's 7 ways that retirees make the world a better place. What do you think? Are there ways that I've left off the list? I'm sure there are, so please do share your knowledge below. Especially love to hear from those of you that are already retired. And here's one video that YouTube thinks you'll like, and I do hope you will subscribe, especially if this is the second time or third time that you visited with me. All right, take care of yourself and have a great day. Bye.